My life matters, not yours. Most of us would have our backs put up by that statement. All of us would probably think that that was a fairly selfish way of being. But here are some other statements that I've read this week on social media posts from well-intentioned, well-meaning people who want their followers to look after themselves. You have to do whatever is best for you. Put yourself first. You deserve the best. Do what makes you happy. None of these sound shocking like, my life matters, not yours. But are the consequences of those attitudes very different to one another? I would argue that the repercussions are fairly similar and that we see them all around us in society at the moment. If I put myself first, I'm saying that I matter above everyone else. I'm somehow superior. Don't get me wrong. I do believe that we need to look after ourselves. Look back at the devotional where I spoke about the Sabbath. I think it's a core, fundamental idea in Christianity. We do need to look after ourselves so that we can look after other people. But I think we've lost the perspective somewhere along the line, as a society, but as Christians within that society as well. Take these words from Jesus in Matthew chapter 22, verse 39. Love your neighbour as you love yourself. I've heard loads on this verse over the past few years, and the majority of it centres around, do you love yourself? Because if not, you can't care for other people. And it's a valid question. But I think in all of that, we've lost the focus that this is going on about, this line. It's about loving your neighbour. It's not about ourselves. It's actually outward focus, not inward focus, and we've twisted it. And by prioritising this, God isn't saying, throw your mental health out the window. He's not disregarding our well-being. In fact, he's encouraging us to care for it in a way that we have actually forgotten about on the most part as a society. Look at some of the big issues around us now. Racism, environmental degradation, modern-day slavery, family breakdown. At the centre of all of these and other things comes selfishness. Jonty, our old youth worker, used to say that at the centre of sin is I. When we're concerned first and foremost with ourselves, it doesn't lead to our well-being. Society actually breaks down. Inequality rises, violence rises, hatred rises, hunger rises, purposelessness rises. And as a consequence, our mental, physical, spiritual and social well-being declines too. So if we really do want to become a people that seek to be neighbourly, that promote the common good, a people that work for equity and justice, we need to leave behind the idea that my life matters most. It's a lie, which whether we admit it or not, seeps through most of the TV series that we watch, the films that we watch, magazines that we read, the social media messages that fill our minds daily. And all these things encourage us to love others only if it fits in with looking after ourselves, at the detriment of our well-being and the well-being of the society around us. Instead of that, we need to pick up our cross daily, follow Jesus in our relationships with those around us, and seek to proactively love them as we love ourselves, however different or difficult they may be.